I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Told him that I gotta go, dawg. I'm riding the road, y'all. I think that I'm back in my bag now, so I need that go, y'all. Got hits when he throwing the fastball, just too quick for it. Peeling off like the whip orange. Seen the effort, this piss poor. I got too much I gotta tend to. Car payments and the rent due. Told y'all that I'm 6 foot, but with the money stabbing, I'm 10-2. Too much that I've been through, so I put it all in that rear view. Clean money in a black whip. Got old problems with the friends new. Yeah, I'm in the big leagues. Told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. Yeah, I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in the big leagues. Yeah, I told him I'ma hit it out the stands. I deserve another 100 bands, I deserve another 100 fans. Told him this was always in the plans. I just did it cause they said I can. Blowing euros when I'm down in France. Labels asking how I build a brand. Told him put a check up in my hands. Boy got time, no cap. Made a few checks, but they all in the raps. Had a few friends, but they stuck in the past. I don't even trip when I'm thinking about that. Hopped in the whip and we all in black. Shawty wanna ride till the hop in the back. 0 to 100, seen a rev on the dash. They ain't catching up, dog, I'm moving too fast. I'm in the big leagues, told her don't miss me. Ballin' like Houston, ayy, feeling like Whitney. I need a bag, bruh, send it through quickly. I'm making his dog, like I'm in a big league.
Feeling like you're stuck in a hurricane. Everything around you just keeps on turning. I can see you searching for an escape. The fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Don't worry, you got the future on your mind. No hurry, let's take it one day at a time. Feeling like you're stuck in a hurricane, 'cause everything around you just keeps on turning. I can see you searching for an escape. The fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Keeps on, it just keeps on burning. Fire in your heart, it just keeps on burning. Don't worry, you got the future on your mind. No hurry, let's take it one day at a time. Don't worry, you got the future on your mind. No hurry, let's take it one day at a time. Don't worry, you got the future on your mind. No hurry, let's take it one day at a time.
Pickleball fans, welcome back to the N2grate DC Open, the PPA DC Open. Shelby, I'm excited to be here. This is Clark Benassi, again, alongside my co-commentator today, Shelby Bates, and we're bringing you live action from today's men's semifinal main draw match. It's the star-studded duo, Ben and Colin Johns. Always a difficult out against another tricky team in AJ Kohler and Chuck Taylor.
Ben just came off his finals gold medal match in mixed doubles.
Yep.
That was live on CBS Sports. We had a packed house here. He took that win with Annalie Waters against Lucy Kovalova and Matt Wright. Here to serve game one, Colin Johns.
0-0-2.
Ooh. Fake out.
Wow.
I think the fake out did it.
Yeah, I mean, what a great point to open us up. As we talked about it yesterday, it's not about the ATP anymore. It's about the defense of the ATP. It's almost always coming back now.
Oh, AJ tried to be the big man in town, but it didn't pay out for him.
It's always got to be interesting, you know, Ben's shoes. He just played a big final, tons of people here. Now some people have exited the premises. It's still pretty packed, but he just won a gold medal, and now he's playing in a semifinal. It's just a different kind of feel, but that's what you get with pickleball.
Shot by Colin right through the middle there. Yeah, he definitely had to transition himself quickly, playing mixed doubles and now playing men's doubles. They are two totally different games.
Yeah.
Point.
Perfect example of turning defense into offense. Probably not a better team out there that does it than the Johns brothers.
Talked about this also, you know, making sure that you move with your partner, covering that middle. AJ didn't think Chuck had slid on that one.
2-0-1.
Yeah, Shelby, that's a good point. A couple points that I noticed in their match a couple rounds ago against Jay and Tyson is not always staying connected to that imaginary string that we talked about, with both partners shadowing one another with their movement. See if they can.
Oh! Tried to take it all for himself. I don't know if Chuck and AJ have played together before, but they certainly haven't played together recently. So sometimes it takes, you know, a little bit to get used to your partner if you haven't played with them in a little bit or actually never played with them.
Sure. Yeah, Chuck's doing a good job. I was talking about this earlier. He's got a very difficult job today.
1-2-1.
Touch on it a little bit after this point.
Oh, good leave.
To me, Chuck's almost playing mixed doubles, right? Because AJ likes to get big. He thrives, I think, when he can move side to side. So Chuck really has to pick his times to insert himself, and then also be so vigilant about giving his partner space. And that's difficult. It's not always easy. Sometimes having a ball coming to you that you think you're going to hit as a winner and having to slide over for your partner, but he's doing a great job of that.
Actually, you'll see both teams do that too. I mean, Ben really likes to cover a lot of court too, but him and Colin know each other inside out and backwards. So Colin absolutely knows when to slide over, which balls to take, and which balls Ben is really going to be aggressive on.
Sure.
3-2-2.
Oh, I like that speed up. A little hold it on the paddle longer.
Yeah, Chuck's gotten so good at that move. I saw it a couple times. Again, it's a match against Jay and Tyson that I'll keep talking about because of how well he picked his level of play up. holding that paddle angle, the paddle face into the last second, not disguising where he's going.
Pants. Oh, AJ
Yeah.
took one and then left it a little too high.
Yep. And you know, that's a tough one too. You saw Chuck slide over there because he's thinking, I want to give my partner a little bit more space. So
2-4-1.
again, a great strategy, but it's not always going to work out the way they wanted to.
AJ
Second serve.
really is amazing. He's able to drop his paddle so low and really get this really good
2-4-2.
wrist flick at that ball and roll it over, defense or offense.
Yeah, Shelby, I'm going to call him after this game because he's got a good wrist workout, I heard. I think I need to really put myself on that regimen myself.
4-2-1.
A lot of us do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's phenomenal playing. He just didn't back down, stood really big at the kitchen line, and you know, made the Johns brothers really get balls back, but
5-2-1.
eventually he capitalized. Oh,
What
Chuck
a
was,
counter.
yeah, ready for that one. He
Really
wanted it.
Slid his feet over, sat right on that backhand, put it
6-2-1.
right down to the feet of the Johns brothers. That's too good from AJ. AJ's got a smile on his face. He's having a good time.
7-2-1.
It's always good to see.
You see Ben, do a good job of this when they're playing those high balls, going through the middle, making them either guess who's going to take the middle,
7-2-2.
and then making them close the middle and then opening up to the outside. So
Yep.
It's really important. You know, you have to know in pickleball, not the first shot is going to be a winner every time.
Sure. Yeah, he's a super aware player. It's almost like he's got two sets of eyes, one on the ball, one on the other team. So good at just
8-2-2.
putting the ball where it needs to go. It's a nice speed up from Chuck. Ben's been trying to work on that straight on attack towards Chuck, but Chuck's been reading it
9-2-2.
recently, so I think he's going more of a cross-court dink battle with AJ.
Nice, the no look
Yeah.
behind the back of AJ. He thought he was going to the middle.
You know, and as always, Colin's not a player we may
2-9-1.
highlight a ton, but that's not to say that he's not doing a great job. I mean, he's such a solid rock. He does his job probably better than anybody else.
You know, he's the one that
Second serve.
he makes Ben look even better than Ben is. You know, Ben is the one putting the balls away. Colin, though, is actually doing a lot of the work.
2-9-2.
Yeah.
Putting all those balls back in play. Really playing phenomenal defense. AJ said, nope, good try.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have liked Ben and Colin to reset that a couple more times. Drop the ball into the kitchen and work their way up as a team. It's a little bit too
9-2-1.
much of a premature attack, but again, when you're Ben Johns,
Second serve.
you can usually make shots like that work.
Yes.
9-2-2.
I might have lost
that
that,
was
in
a weird
the sun
return.
or a weird bounce. Again, very sunny today.
10-2-2.
A little bit warmer in the sun. It's actually a beautiful day here in College Park, Maryland.
Yeah,
Side out.
too shallow. We're right down the street from the University of Maryland, just outside Washington, D.C. this great venue. PPA Tour has never been here to the JTCC Tennis Center, so it's really cool to see pickleball at its highest level being played in different areas of the country. I think it's phenomenal for the sport. I think a lot of these tennis players that I've talked to, wow.
That one hurts.
Yeah, he's going to want that one back. A lot of the tennis players that I've talked to have really enjoyed watching this. Some of them have never even seen pickleball before, so.
It's growing, whether people like it or not.
AJ just misses that attack.
Second serve.
Smart to go down the middle, just a little bit too much juice on it.
4-10-1.
Again, holds it on his paddle. You know, playing the Johns brothers, they really know how to work well with each other. When you're playing them, you really have to pick your spots on the court and hit your targets precisely. Good get. Oh,
wow.
That's tough to get out of that point, but they made Ben hit one extra ball for sure.
5-10-2.
Well, I wouldn't lie if I said it wasn't a little surprise right now. Chuck and AJ are playing really solid pickleball. They're up 10-5-1. 2-game points here in the semifinal match. Not what I expected to be seeing. Not to say that they're bad players at all. They're great players, but we're used to the Johns brothers getting through pretty quickly.
10-5-2.
Wow. Chuck has really done a good job of opening that middle, setting it up, holding that ball, and kind of making the Johns brothers look at each other like, who was supposed to take that ball?
Sure.
I mean, that's how they got up so quickly. But
yeah, and they've been here before. We know they're obviously really close. They know each other's games like the back of their hands, as you said. We're going to be back after a short break with this men's semifinal matchup at the PPA DC Open presented by N2grate.
I'm going to say she's a solid 3-5.
Nah, she's definitely a 2.5.
Guys, look at that forehand. She's clearly a 3.0.
Guys, come on. I'm at least a 4.0.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Ratings don't have to be hard. Duper. Optimized for accuracy, optimized for fun. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
For many of us, we just charge ahead because planning for your future takes time. And right now, thinking about your financial future takes on new meaning. At Baird, our financial advisors have guided individuals and families to achieve their goals through every crisis evolution and groundbreaking idea for over 100 years. That's the difference between thinking you're ready for what lies ahead and knowing you've planned for it. Now that's different. Discover the Baird difference.
Guys and girls, welcome back to the N2grate PPA DC Open. This is the men's semifinal matchup between the Johns brothers, Ben and Colin, taking on AJ Kohler and Chuck Taylor. Clark Benassi, this is Shelby Bates, bringing live action to you all afternoon.
you know, you see AJ doing a really good job of looking in that hunter position, staying low and close to the kitchen line, and he's really the one dictating those days right now.
Yeah, he is. He's so solid, especially when he gets down low like that. It's very hard to get the ball by him.
Oh, he could have had it, but he got to get the ball down low. You know, it's funny, AJ didn't come from tennis, so he didn't really have that racket sports background. He was a hockey player.
Yeah, big hockey player.
But that's how he's able to, like, get low, use his legs at the kitchen, and really be that hunter. Oh, he was ready.
That's a good speed up from Colin.
Yes.
AJ was ready. I love the word hunter that you use. It really embodies exactly how he looks on the court.
1-1-1.
As you said, he's always almost ready to pounce.
Tried to go through the middle again, just missed it in the net.
Yeah.
Couple inches too short.
Yeah, they're reconvening, talking about something.
2-1-1.
Strategy to close this out in 2 if they can.
That would be an upset for sure. Oh.
Point.
It's a nice spot from Colin.
Yeah.
I thought he was dinking cross court, and I'm sure AJ and Chuck did too. Again, that's what we talk about, holding the paddle until the last second before deciding where you're going to go.
Point.
Gotta be set though when you're going to attack. You can't be really, you know,
4-1-1.
not ready for that next ball. If you're going to attack, you got to have your feet set. Oh,
Point.
little unlucky from the net
Timeout
there.
receivers, 5-1-1.
Such a great point, Shelby. Something that I always emphasize with beginning players when I'm first starting to work with them, give them lessons, etc., is set your feet before hitting that shot. It's going to be a lot harder to hit an accurate shot while you're moving forwards, backwards, sideways, versus if you're stuck and still and in that ready position, it becomes so much easier. And pickleball is all about making it as easy and as simple as possible sometimes, and I think people can tend to get away from that mission, that idea of making it easier on yourself and your partner.
Yes, and you know, at this high level, if you attack, for the most part, that ball is coming back. So if you
100%.
attack when you're not in a good position, you're not ready for that counter, and you know, hoping that it's a good ball for you to put away. But you got to be ready for that.
Sure.
Point.
Chuck wants that one back. It's uncharacteristic of him, but this is kind of what we expected of the Johns brothers, stepping their level up to hopefully, in their case, even this and send it to a third.
Point.
And Colin's shaking his head a little bit at his brother for hitting the ball that he thought was going out, but then
Did his job.
took it with authority and did his job.
Second serve.
It's tough. Obviously, these pros can speed the ball up from below the net, which I find just
incredible.
But that one was really low. It was a tough attack to convert.
You know, it's in the first game you really saw Chuck and AJ doing the right things, moving the ball around, speeding it up, finding their spots, making every single ball. And unfortunately for this, in this game for them, they've been in the same situation but missed a couple of those close balls, and that's how they're down 1-7 already. But that's pickleball.
Yep.
Could go in either direction at the switch of a hat, really.
Point.
The ball didn't come up. Ben's going to check the ball. Colin's going to look at the ground in frustration a little bit there.
I swear, sometimes the ground just does funky things when the ball hits.
Right, and I think we've got to remember, you know, we're playing with a ball that's made out of plastic. You're not always going to get a perfect bounce, right?
No, but it still is frustrating.
It is frustrating.
We've all been there many times.
I was there today, too much.
Me too. Oh, AJ coming all the way over, but that's that hunter. Oh, unlucky. He had the whole setup in the net. Sometimes really doesn't help you out.
Yeah, Colin hit the ball that was going out, but sometimes we'll talk about the fact that if you locked into that ball when in doubt, just go ahead and hit it. It's not worth letting it go sometimes.
Nice ball by AJ, a little close for comfort, but he got it.
That's a good spot from him.
8-2-2.
Oh.
Point.
That 9-2-2, they're on the cusp of setting this to a third. final game to decide the semifinal.
Oh, the setup is perfect. He just has got to get his paddle down. Chuck is known. He loves to Ernie that ball. For those of you watching, don't know what an Ernie is, when you jump outside the kitchen line and take that ball at the net. Yeah, that's a great play by AJ. I mean, the Johns are going to make him hit one more ball.
Yeah, that's so good from him. I love watching AJ and Chuck's chemistry. Yeah, as you said, Chuck's played with numerous partners. One, because, you know, he's sort of a relative new incomer when it comes to the top pros. He's really kind of broken and recently become more of a household name, I'd say within the last 8 months or so. So a lot of people want to play with him. But his chemistry with AJ is great. I love to see them just having so much fun and always confiding in one another after every point.
I mean, I think that's key in a partnership. Got to believe in your partner. Ooh.
Shelby, that's what you call a nutmeg when the ball goes between your legs. That's a soccer term.
Got it. Never heard that one before. Yeah, I mean, Ben, same thing, you know, moved outside that ball, really didn't know. Chuck really didn't know where he was going with that ball.
As we expected, the Johns brothers step their level up.
Yes.
They're not going to lose 2 games in a row. That would be very rare for a team of their caliber. So they're going to send it to a 3rd game. Again, this is the PPA N2grate DC Open. We're here in College Park, Maryland, just outside the University of Maryland in Washington, D.C. Excited to be bringing you guys live action from today's pro men's and pro women's doubles matches. We'll be right back after this message.
At Baird.
Guys, thanks for tuning in. This is Clark Benassi alongside my co-commentator, Shelby Bates. We're bringing you guys live action from today's men's pro doubles semifinal. It's the Johns brothers, Colin and Ben, taking on AJ Kohler and Chuck Taylor. A team that's made an incredible run today, knocking off numerous top opponents. Just playing with so much confidence right now. Yeah, it's too good from AJ. They took game 1, 11-5. The Johns brothers, as we expected, stepped it up, took the second game 11-2. See what's going to happen in this 3rd game. I have a feeling it's going to be tight. I'd like to think that whoever comes out on the losing end is going to have at least 7 points. See it being one of those tight 3rd games.
I think it's going to be a tight one. I mean, they beat Jay DeVilliers and Tyson McGuffin in the quarterfinal match. 9-11, 11-9, 11-4 to get here against the Johns brothers for their first semifinal match of the day.
0-1-1.
That's that attack in the first game that Chuck was making every time. That forehand, holding it a little long through the middle. I don't think Ben was really expecting that.
No, he wasn't. And Chuck's got deceptively fast hands. Don't know if he has a tennis background. I believe he does.
He played a little bit of tennis in high school. I heard him actually telling a fan that earlier today.
Sure.
So I don't know what sports he's actually played. It'll be
Yeah,
interesting to find out.
You obviously came from a tennis background. You played tennis in college. We'll talk a little bit after this point about just how those skills can translate into pickleball so well.
That's that wrist flick that AJ's got.
Yep.
It really puts a lot of power on that ball while rolling it down to the ground.
1-0-1.
Oh, oh!
Wow. Second serve.
That's some good hands by all. Reffing this match today, just want to highlight our umpires for doing a fantastic job all weekend long. Adam Goldsmith and Mike Nelicano.
Yeah, we appreciate their help. It's not an easy job.
You have to reach. I love when, ball sits up a little high, somebody able to reach into the kitchen, take that ball out of the air, take away time from your opponent, and be aggressive on that ball, and Chuck just did that there.
It's too good from Ben. He's got such a long reach, and his wrists, again, so strong.
Yes.
Be able to really flick that ball with pace and pop.
I actually think, though, if AJ took his time, took that ball off a bounce, he might have been able to hit a better shot, keep it a little lower, but he makes up for it there.
Yep.
And he says, I'm going to take that ball.
Well, all four of these guys are competitors, and it's great to see this go into a third and final deciding game.
Looking for the Ernie again. He loves that shot. Too high.
Yep.
Too high.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to win a point if you do that against Ben Johns.
Yeah, he's not going to let you get away with that.
Yeah, it's too good from Ben. Again, staying aggressive and not ever backing off. I think it's key, as you were saying before, how AJ does it. Once you're on the offensive and you hit 1 or 2 shots at their feet, stay on them. Stay on them. Don't give anything up at all. Keep a foot on the gas. I mean, all these players do that well, but AJ and Ben especially.
Yes. I like AJ's enthusiasm and him liking to be aggressive and take a lot of balls, but sometimes I think if you're not in that good position, you got to let your partner play a little bit and reset a ball maybe, and then get yourself back into that position to stay aggressive.
Sure.
Very easier said than done from up here watching than when you're in that point, in the heat of the moment.
Yes.
It's tough.
Yeah. And sometimes, obviously, it confuses the two. Just Chuck sitting there wondering, am I taking this ball? Is AJ stepping over? Obviously, they work on that. They talk through that. They've been training, practicing for this tournament all week together. So it's one of the main talking points of their strategy. But it's always a work in progress, and obviously the more communication, the better. So I got a hold of that too much.
A little lower.
Here. 2-3-1.
I think one of those balls, if AJ could have let Chuck have that, it might have put them in a better position. But I will say, from the looks of it, Ben put so much spin on that ball that it kind of rolled away from AJ.
Yep.
Second serve.
I think AJ's won probably at least 5 limbo contests in his lifetime. I mean, he gets so low on the court. I think he's probably one of the players that gets the lowest out of anybody. Certainly he's got some strong legs, a strong lower half from hockey. That's what you need. You're on your feet constantly skating. And it just goes to show how a non-paddle or racket sport can still translate to pickleball.
Yes.
3-3-1.
Got 3-3-1 in Game 3 of the men's pro doubles semifinal.
Second serve. Three, 3-2.
Oh, I love that with the, I want to call it the burp, but he hit that with a forehand through the middle. That was incredible.
Yeah, an unconventional Burt, but yeah, Burt's not a term we use a lot. A Burt, again, is an Ernie on the opposite side. So on the side you're not playing on, so it's hopping that kitchen line, landing outside the court. And you know somebody else that does that so well, Jay DeVilliers.
Yeah.
3-4-1. Point. Four, 4-1.
It's a good shot. Put a lot of pace on it, and it dipped right at the net.
Yeah, you
see
AJ.
Difficult ball to defend.
You see AJ shaking his head like, yep, that was good.
Yeah.
5-4-1.
Might not want to admit it, but
he knows it.
He knows it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's crazy how much
Below the
topspin
net.
he can get on that ball. At one point, it looks like it's going out, put so much pace on it, but he's also snapping his wrist in an upward direction, brushing up on the ball, and that's what gets it to dip down at the net. I mean, sorry, at the line, rather. Such an effective shot, and you don't know whether to get out of the way of it or try to play it. It's a phenomenal match we've got so far. If you guys are tuning in, if you've just tuned in, if you've been watching, the crowd has been phenomenal all weekend long. Today, it's been absolutely electric. The stands are packed. We've got people in the shade underneath the awning at the JTCC Tennis Center, filling the seats on all sides of the court. Shelby and I have a really nice position. We're perched up high behind the baseline.
It's a little...
this lovely big LED screen, but it's a pretty cool angle we've got. We're pretty lucky.
Yeah, and today it is a little warmer here and the sun is shining, so it makes for a fantastic fall October day in College Park, Maryland.
Yeah, Shelby, talk to us a little bit about how tennis has helped you transition to this sport, and some of those skills necessary in a racket sport like tennis that have allowed you to be successful.
Yeah, you know, obviously being able to hit the ball and being able to have that hand-eye coordination coming from tennis, but has helped, and you know, your reaction time at the kitchen line, volleys and things like that. But I will say there are some differences between tennis and pickleball, like at dinking at the kitchen and really, you know, having that patience. It's not something you really do in tennis, but also in tennis, you know, if somebody gets an overhead, it's probably being put away on the first ball.
Sure.
And in pickleball, you really have to learn that sometimes it might take 2 or 3 or 4 balls to put that ball away before you're able to actually win the point, because it's such a small court. We're playing with a plastic ball. It doesn't go as far. So the hand-eye coordination definitely helps.
Sure.
But there's some little nuances that you have to learn when you're coming into the sport of pickleball from a sport like tennis.
Of course.
keeping that pressure through the middle and just keeping that slow, low ball that really has nothing on it.
Yeah,
Smart
Shelby,
play by AJ.
The Johns brothers up 7-4 in this third game, inch closer and closer to booking a spot in the finals.
That's just defense.
Oh, you're kidding
no.
me.
They worked that point so
You're
fantastically.
kidding me. What a point.
That's way, that's why Colin and Ben really are so great. Colin, has learned his job of playing amazing defense and keeping them in the point at times.
Yeah, AJ wants that one back, and he missed at this point in the match. It's super critical.
Timeout receivers, 9-4-2.
They're going to take a timeout, as I thought they would.
Smart move.
Yeah.
Timeouts are really key when you're playing. And these timeouts don't go to, you can't save them, so you might as well use them. But we will catch you after this break. We'll be right back.
The PPA DC Open presented by N2grate.
Dorothy, I really think you'd like the magnesium. Perfect. I'd be happy to get that shipped out to you today. Thanks, Dorothy. You too. Come on!
Does he do that every time? Every time.
Happy birthday, Matt.
Oh, thanks, Lucy. Oh, wow.
And another one.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
I have one more surprise for you.
Okay. Oh, come on. I love it, babe.
Welcome back, guys. This is the PPA N2grate DC Open, live from College Park, Maryland, right outside Washington, D.C. And we've got the men's pro doubles semifinal. The Johns brothers, Colin and Ben, taking on AJ Kohler and Chuck Taylor.
Point.
You and I are grimacing up here because AJ's had about 2 or 3 of those in the last 2-minute span. And he's clipped the tape just about all of them.
Oh,
wow.
Great move from below the net. Just a little bit off speed, right into the armpit of Chuck Taylor. That was a phenomenal match between the two of them.
Great match, high-level pickleball. Chuck and AJ, I mean, what a great job. You've got to applaud their effort. Played phenomenally in the first game. You had a feeling the Johns brothers were going to step it up, and they did. They took the second game to send it to a deciding third. You never know what's going to happen in the third, but you'd like to think if the Johns brothers go to a deciding game, they're going to make it close at the very least, and they did. They were off to a hot start, and in pickleball, you get out to a hot start, having to score on your serve makes coming back very difficult, because not only do you have to play defense and get the point on both of the other players' serves, but then you've got to come back
and score on your own. Yeah, so that was a phenomenal showing by the two of them, but the Johns brothers took that game. They will hold their spot in the finals of the gold medal match tomorrow.
Shelby,
of
I'm
men's
excited
doubles.
for this next one. I know you are too, so we'll be right back at the PPA N2grate DC Open for the women's semifinals. Nice.
We offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management with your career, family, friends, and community. Finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
What are you guys doing?
Getting our duper tattoos.
Oh, cool.
Hey Cameron, how's it going?
Almost done.
Perfect. Can't wait to see your number.
Number?
Duper, because ratings shouldn't be a surprise. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
I haven't even started yet.
Oh.
There's only one way now, just one way out. With every single break comes crashing down. There's only one.
The Pro XR pickleball paddle answers the age-old question of how to get paddle speed and control with the same paddle and one grip, and this is it. Pro XR gives you more spin, greater control, and quicker reloads on every shot in the game, because you always have that constant feel for that leverage and control and paddle speed that we're all looking for. Pro XR is the most revolutionary technology in pickleball.
You don't get the moments everyone talks about without the moments no one sees. Early morning practice, late night drills, running it over and over. You don't get the crowd without the quiet. Everyone sees the glory, the medal, the podium, but every winning shot starts right here. Paddle Tech, let's go again.
Welcome back, everyone, to Center Court. Colin Johns, Ben Johns have placed themselves in Championship Sunday tomorrow. Guys, that was a really tight match, but you're able to run away with it in Game 3. What was working well?
Yeah, I think we came out a little slow in Game 1 for sure, but that's been known to happen to us from time to time. And AJ's a really hot player, as is Chuck. I think AJ was just playing lightning fast, and it's almost, you know, you're in shock for a couple points. Like, all right, we gotta buckle down and hold back the tide a little bit with that. So I think Game 2, with the wind a little bit, maybe the ball slowed down slightly, and that helped. And then once we kind of got comfortable in that game, we were able to play a lot better in Game 3.
Well, talking about AJ and Chuck, it was one of their first times playing together. They're very aggressive players. They also have great hands. How do you effectively play against a team like that?
Yeah, we've played against both of them many times, but never together. So it's always interesting to see new matchups, and they came out firing. So definitely a team that I'm sure we'll see again. They play well together.
Well, Ben, this will land you in your third final. You just won one of the finals earlier today. What are the odds that in your hometown here in Washington, D.C., you're going to come away with a triple crown?
Never tell me the odds, but I'll do my best for you guys.
All right, guys, go rest up. That's all from you today. We're going to show you the women's semifinal coming up next.
A lot of us miss hit the ball. I know I miss hit the ball a lot. So
Speak for
more
yourself,
forgiving.
Ben Johns.
Miller Lite has more taste and only 1 more calorie than Michelob Ultra.
Fans, welcome back to the PPA N2grate DC Open. We're live in College Park, Maryland, just outside Washington, D.C., bringing you live action all day long. And today we've got pro women's doubles, the star-studded. Yes, I like to use that term a lot, but I mean, how well does that term encompass this team we've got in front of us? Anna Lee Waters, and Lee Waters taking on Catherine Parento and Leah Jansen.
In their first semifinal match of the day.
Yeah. I'm excited for this one, Shelby.
You know it's going to be good. I mean, already.
Yeah.
Point started, long rally, making them, everybody hit lots of balls.
Yeah, we might need to bring in some lights. This could be a long match.
1-0-2.
Ooh, nice aim.
Oh.
That is an incredible
Unbelievable
point. You know that none of these girls are going to back down.
No.
They're going to go for every ball and show you how to transition from defense to offense.
Insanity.
Back to defense, back to offense, and capitalize on that point. It's a good lead by Anna Lee.
Yeah, I mean, that's the name of the game in pickleball, isn't it, Shelby? It's having to play defense 1 second and offense the very next and going back and forth. But
remember, guys, she's 15. She can move all over that court, but she does a phenomenal job of just letting go of that fear and going for that ball because she wants it.
yeah, and I've got Shelby Bates in the booth alongside me. I'm Clark Benassi. We're super excited to be talking to you guys today, bringing you live action from this extremely high-level matchup. 4 just incredible players.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Anna Lee has one of the best backhands in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't test it.
No question about it. And she is so accurate with it, and she puts so much pop on her shots.
Oh, she missed it a little wide. Anna Lee really had Leah on her heels that whole game, but that whole point, sorry. And Leah really did a good job of getting out of it, keeping that ball low, so she was able to then be aggressive and set that point up for them.
You know who's really impressed me is Leah Jansen. She has been a phenomenal player, someone that really struggled, I think, to make it through to the top, the absolute top of the pro game for a little while, but she just kept working at it. She's played with phenomenal players, practiced with phenomenal players. She is such a competitor, and she almost makes you feel like she can hit the ball wherever she wants. She's got power, she's got finesse.
You know, she was a high-level tennis player.
Yep.
And she's really worked at getting to the top, and she's proven to us now why she is one of the top players.
Yes, no doubt, and it obviously helps to be playing alongside another top player in Catherine Parento, who is just an absolute rock, is what I like to say. She is so solid. She doesn't give, she doesn't bend, she doesn't break.
No.
So they make a great partnership. I think that's why this matchup is so exciting. I mean, you've just got 2 teams that you're rarely used to see losing.
Oh, that's a good spot. Always, you know, finding someone's inside hip.
Yep.
You know, most people are ready with a backhand or hoping for a high forehand, but finding that inside hip or that little area underneath the armpit is a smart spot.
Sure. Sure, yeah, obviously as the pro game has evolved, as these players have gotten better, it's not just become, hey, let's attack them. It's become, where are we going to attack them? The hip, the shoulder.
And you better hit that spot.
Yep.
Oh, that's a good leave by Leia.
Yep.
Something actually she was telling me yesterday. She's like, it's so hard for me to get out of the way, but she did it there.
Yeah, she pulled a matrix move is what I like to say.
Sometimes it's hard to let those balls go. You're in the way, you're in the game, you're ready for that ball. But some of those balls really fly and you have to pick the ones to let go. Oh.
Second serve.
I don't know. That first dink was a little high. Maybe she was trying to bait Lee into that.
Yeah.
She was on it, though.
Yeah, she was.
She wanted it.
Yeah, just.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just too much pop off the paddle.
Yep.
You know, and a perfect example, too, of what I like to say is shoot from the knees, right? Don't use the hand. Don't use the wrist. It all comes from bending, getting down low. Because if you can do that, it makes every single shot so much easier, so much more accurate.
Yes, you really have to stay low in this game. And we are going to take a timeout because Parento and Jansen have gone up a quick 6-2 lead against the Waters.
Yep, they're playing phenomenal pickleball. We'll see if the Waters can claw their way back into this first game, but we'll be right back after this message at the PPA DC Open.
I think it's 120 milligrams. Let me check on that really quick.
It's 125.
Oh, it's 125 milligrams.
UPS or FedEx for this one?
FedEx, they deliver on Saturday. It's 3 minutes on high. It's pound, then the number. Orange evokes energy and vitality. Black shows softness.
How does he know all this stuff?
Strength.
That's always right.
Yellow shows unknowns, things that are unclear. We need to dive into the yellow more.
So welcome back to the PPA N2grate DC Open.
You guys have one timeout.
We're right outside the University of Maryland in Washington, D.C., bringing you guys live action from today's women's semifinal matchup. This is pro women's doubles. Catherine Parento and Leia Jansen taking on the Waters, Annalie and Lee.
Not a way to come out of a timeout.
No, Shelby, and they're off to a hot start.
I know Lee wants that one back after asking for the timeout. So we'll see what they can do here. Oh.
It's unlucky.
Unlucky for the Waters. Net court. Sometimes you're in luck, sometimes bad luck.
Yep.
Oh, she misses that one leg.
Yeah, you know, I'd like to see the players maybe give the net a little love, a little kiss, a little hug every once in a while. I used to do that as a soccer player.
No, you got to pay the net.
You
got to pay it.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's a piggy bank somewhere built in there, maybe on the side.
Yes. Oh, Catherine set that up. Wanted it.
Used to always kiss the post in soccer anytime the opponent hit a ball off the post. It's like, thanks for saving us. That's too good. One thing the pros do so well in this match, and a lot of the top players, they play to the situation. If they're on defense, they play defense. If they're in a situation where they should drop the ball, they drop it. If they're supposed to drive, they drive. And being able to mix it up and go back and forth takes a lot of discipline, but both these teams do that so well.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice spot through the middle.
Yeah, it's nasty from
And we'll see the Waters make a huge comeback. And Catherine and Leia have taken a timeout. Like we were saying before, it's really smart to use these timeouts. Like I said, you can't save them.
Right.
So don't waste them.
Yeah, I like to say don't go home with your timeouts.
No, you can't. So it's smart. You see teams use a timeout either defensively when they've lost a couple points or a team is really hot. You want to use that timeout, but sometimes you want to use that in an offensive timeout.
Yeah.
If you're in a lead, but you haven't been able to capitalize on that lead. So you might take a timeout and say, hey, okay, reset. This is what we need to do. This is the spots we need to hit.
Yep.
And it's really important to talk to your partner and breathe during those timeouts to gather your thoughts, get your stuff together, and then go back out hot when you get back out on that court.
100%. You know, the thing about pickleball, like a lot of other racket sports, there's no time limit, right? There's no clock ticking down. Make this match as long or as short as you want, but in the case of somebody trying to take a timeout, take your time. Sometimes you get caught up in the moment a little bit, and it's important to take a little step back, figure out what you could maybe switch. Or as you said, take some time to just catch your breath. It's a little short from Anna Lee. You don't see an unforced error from her too often.
No, but you actually see both of these teams using the middle.
Yep.
And kind of, even though both of these teams have played together and they know their partners well, sometimes you got to use that middle and really make those teams question whose ball that is. Am I supposed to take it or are you supposed to take that? See flying Anna Lee come in, but she misses a little long there.
Yeah, we've got a tight first game. This is a lot of fun. It's 8-5-1 to Jansen and Parento. Can they hold on?
Again, using that middle.
Yeah, a little bit of the commentator curse there. But they're still 3 points away from taking this first game. And against a team like the Waters, if you have an opportunity like that, you've got to take advantage.
It's a good leave by Lee.
Yeah. A little too far. We'll see if they can claw their way back into this, put some scoreboard pressure on Jansen and Parento.
Oh, yeah. She was waiting on that forehand, wanted it.
Yep. And Lee did such a good job of working her way back in. She didn't work her way back in too quickly. So that's another thing we talk about, how disciplined these players are. Sometimes it takes 2, 3, 4 successful drops into the kitchen line before you feel like you can steal that space and work your way up.
Yeah, and I think, you know, for when you're starting to learn pickleball, we tell everyone, get to the kitchen line, which, yes, that is where you want to get. But as you improve your game, you really need to think about it's not get to the kitchen on the first shot. It's hit the right shot, move in, maybe get to that transition line, reset that ball, and then keep moving in slowly.
Sure. Yeah, pickleball, again, not a black and white sport. You really need to...
Again, sorry, got to cut you off there, but again, using the middle.
Yeah, no, very smart. They're doing exactly what you said, attacking that middle where there's some space, trying to almost tie up Lee and Annalie in terms of deciding who's going to get this ball, and trying to pull one of them out of position with that middle dink.
Oh.
Wow. She's going to want that one back. As I was saying, though, not a black and white sport in the sense that, hey, you have to hit this shot or this shot. It's all dependent on the situation you're in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I thought Lee's dink may even have been sailing wide. It was going to be close.
But sometimes, you know, those close ones, you got to hit it because you don't know. And you would hate to see it land in.
No, 100%.
Who's out?
The referee confirms it was out. It was called out by the Waters. Catherine asked the ref for confirmation.
7-8-1.
Just sailed long.
Yeah, Leia really made sure to get that one down,
Second
really snap it into the court, make sure she didn't miss that one. A couple of misses from Catherine on the last couple points, but actually I'm from Florida, as is the Waters and Catherine. And I was talking to the Waters earlier. It's a little different here. it's a dry, cold air, this ball flies. And some of us are not used to that down in Florida. Ball gets a little bit mushier. It's hot. It's humid. And that air really does make a difference on what it does to the ball. Oh, yeah. That's a perfect spot right at the body.
Yep. Yeah, not a lot you can do there. It looks like Lee was trying to slide her feet to get in position. But, you know, that's the great and really interesting thing about attacks. Sometimes they don't even have to be going in. But if the attack is really hit with pace and with precision, you can't get out of the way. And Ben Johns, as we saw in the last match, another great player who's so good at that, attacking the body in such a quick manner that whoever's across from him can't really do much.
Yes, and you know, I talking about this before with you is when you're going to attack, you need to make sure your feet are set because you need to be ready for that ball to come back.
Yes.
And maybe if somebody's ready to attack back, you have to be ready there. And if your feet aren't set, you're not ready.
Yep.
So it's important when hitting your shots, making sure that you're ready for the next ball.
Of course. No, I think it's phenomenal. I mean, in terms of looking at how many tennis players, former and current tennis players, are now playing such high-level pickleball. We talk about it all the time, but, you know, as someone who didn't play tennis, I just played soccer, I can see, obviously, how well those skills translate. I mean, it just goes to show, I'd say at least 50% of the top pros played tennis to some degree in their lifetime. Most of the players on this court here played tennis.
Yep, they all have.
It's a good spot by Lee. But I think we'll see more and more tennis players start transitioning into the game of pickleball. Obviously, we know tennis, it's very tough if you're outside that top 200, 300 to make decent money, make a good, comfortable living. Whereas pickleball is so new, so exciting. It's still really in its infancy, but at the same time growing at such a rapid rate. I think we'll see more tennis players recognizing the opportunity.
I think so. Some, you know, high-level tennis players might not, but the lower ones, this is fun. This is where they should be.
Yeah. I mean, nearly reset every single ball of Annalise into the kitchen, which is just fantastic. But again, relentless pressure from the Waters to keep them back, keep them honest.
Yes. Talking about, you know, picking their spots, being patient, making sure they have the right ball.
Wow, just
and
wide.
she just misses it wide.
Yeah, they're going to ask the referee for confirmation, but that was, I'd say, definitely wide. At least it looked like that from up here. Again, that's why I'm not the referee.
No, that's why.
I wouldn't want to be either.
Nope.
They have a
hard job
very difficult
sometimes.
job. And I don't think they get enough love for what they do either.
Definitely not. I can tell you that as a player, sometimes it is tough when a referee doesn't go your way, but they're just doing their job.
Yep.
And they're out there just trying to do the best that they can. Oh, then that helped Catherine and Leia a little bit.
Wow. And the Waters are going to take game one here at the PPA N2grate DC Open. This is the Pro Women's Doubles semi-final between Leia Jansen, Catherine Parento against the Waters, Lee and Anna Lee. We'll be back for game two. This is Clark Benassi alongside Shelby Bates. Stay tuned.
He stands a titan in the arena. a legend of the game that holds one thing above all else: the will to endure. Ferocious in attack and relentless in his pursuit to be the best, to be number one. Tyson McGuffin and Selkirk Sport, champions of pickleball.
Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. This is Clark Benassi alongside Shelby Bates, bringing you live action from today's Pro Women's Doubles semifinal matchup. We've got Leah Jansen and Catherine Parento teaming up against Lee Waters and Anna Lee Waters. And
1-0-2.
I think I'd be a little nervous if I was playing against the Waters, I'm not going to lie. Catherine and Leah are handling this tremendously. They actually had a decent lead in game one, but we saw the Waters claw their way back into it, take the first game, and we're now in game two.
Second serve.
Yeah, we talked, Shelby, about all these tennis players transitioning to pickleball, and it's not just low-level to medium-level tennis players. You've got guys like Sam Querrey. Even Serena announced that she may give it a shot. Kim Kleister's recently seen playing a lot of pickleball, getting involved, and I think it's just great for the sport. You know, goes to show you that, as I said yesterday, I think these two sports can coexist, can be complementary of one another. You know, they should be. They should be.
Yes. It's definitely interesting to see some tennis players hate pickleball, but I think if they just gave it a chance, they would really learn to love it, because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It actually really makes you think a lot more than some other sports.
It really does.
Oh.
Wow.
I mean, you see Leah try and speed it up, but Ao is waiting in the middle there with her backhand just the way she likes it.
And Anna Lee is such a great example, I think, for any young athlete out there. Anyone that's young, that has a dream, that wants to play sports at a high level. I mean, look at what she's done. She's dedicated the time and the effort into this sport, and it shows. She wears her heart on her sleeve. Such a respected figure in the pickleball community, and obviously an incredible player, arguably the best women's player in the game right now.
Yeah.
Certainly there are always going to be pundits that may say otherwise, but in my opinion, she's top of the line.
She is. I mean, I think she's going for her 6th Triple Crown.
Yeah, phenomenal.
This weekend. So, you know, if she makes it to the gold medal match, but she is doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, she is. She is. And I mean, this is her full-time gig, right? I mean, she used to play soccer. She used to play tennis. And she decided, I'm going to give it all to pickleball. And I think it just goes to show that young kids looking to really take the sport seriously, if they do, and if they are good and talented, you can make a living doing this for a full time.
Yes, and the Washington Post did an article on her the other day saying that college could wait. College will always be there, but this opportunity will not always be there, so she really wants to capitalize on it. Oh, and that's a great point. All around great point.
Yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, this is the N2grate PPA DC Open. We're right outside the University of Maryland in Game 2 of the women's pro doubles semifinal matchup. Probably used to seeing the matching outfit pair of Lee and Anna Lee Waters. Wow, what a move. And they're taking on Catherine and Leah Jansen. The Waters took game 1, so we're in game 2, and it's 4-2, the Waters lead.
They are just coming out. You know, you've seen when pickleball first started, it was a slower game, and they totally changed that, took it by storm, played super aggressive. And Catherine and Leah are down, but taking a timeout. So we will catch you back after this break at the PPA N2grate DC Open.
Stay right there.
Not today. Break's over. You dropped something.
That's a wicked backhand.
Folks, welcome back to the PPA N2grate DC Open. We've got women's pro doubles semifinal matchup. The Waters taking on Catherine Parento and Leah Jansen. And there it is again, relentless pressure from the Waters. Annalie does that so well, cutting into the middle of her mother's forehand drive to really initiate that aggressive pressure.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see her do it because she loves to do it when she plays the right side and cut over that ball on her backhand. It's not always easy. Oh,
that's
a good leave by Leah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's so hard to let those balls go or know which one is the right ball to let go.
Sure.
But as you play, as you have that experience, as you get to the top of the game, you really learn which balls you have to let go.
Yeah, 100%. I'll tell you what, as somebody that plays singles, I just started playing pro singles. I'm not as strong of a doubles or mixed doubles player. When I find myself in those doubles situations, letting a ball go is very, very difficult.
Yes.
Something
Sometimes
that
it
both
is
these
not
teams
easy.
have mastered.
Like, I like to speed up. Maybe wait a little bit because AO really likes that backhand in the middle. She's sitting there.
Wow.
Ooh, and it just missed a little bit wide.
Yeah, incredible hands from Annalie.
Yeah, we are here. If you are just tuning in to the semifinal match, first semifinal match of the women's pro doubles, here we have Waters playing Leah and Catherine. Referee Becky Gilcott and Carolyn Duncanson.
Yeah, Shelby, the team of the Waters team is leading 7-2 after taking the first game 11-8. They're on their second serve. Can they close it out in two? They don't want to go to a third. Obviously, Catherine and Leah are going to do everything they can to send it to a deciding game.
Yes. See, the Waters is coming out super aggressive. That's what they love to do best.
Yeah, it almost looked like a gust of wind came in there as soon as she was trying to return that ball. The ball just kind of dipped right into the net. They're going to need a couple points here. Wow. You know, another thing we talk about is scoreboard pressure, right? So we came into this maybe, you know, set of serving from Catherine and Leah where they were down 2-3-7. Every point they get is going to put more pressure on the Waters.
Yes.
Because you can't get everything back at once. All you can do is take it one point at a time.
Yes. You know, that's super important when you are the team that's down and saying, okay, we don't have to do this in 8 points.
Sure.
But just 1 point at a time. And that's what Leah and Catherine are doing super well right now. And you see Waters taking a timeout because they don't like that comeback by Leah and Catherine.
Yeah, it's always a good feeling when you force the other team to take a timeout. You know you're doing your job, but again, they've got to keep the foot on the gas here. The Waters are so good, and just a drop in level for 1 or 2 points sometimes is enough to lose a game and lose the match in this case.
Yes, and you know, just making sure that you use that timeout, talk to your partner, think about the strategy, breathe, but as the team that is forcing the other team to take a timeout, making sure that you come back from that timeout just as strong as you left that time before that timeout.
Of course.
We'll see what happens after this.
Yeah.
And in the other side of the draw, we will have Jessie Irvin and Irina Terashenko taking on Lucy Kovalova and Callie Smith in the other women's pro doubles semifinal match.
What a match.
Coming up later.
I'm excited for that. I want to give a quick shout out to the St. Pete, Florida area. That's where I live. That's where I'm now where I like to say I'm from, in the Crescent Lake squad. It's the local park I play my pickleball at. I mean, just talk about a great group of individuals. It's so fun to be able to be around that. Just so much fun. So many good players that have made me a better player and given me so many tips on how to get better.
It's in. Ooh.
Wow, she's going to miss it. She slid perfectly to sit on that backhand.
She missed it by an inch.
Just miscalculated, and we've got 7-5-1. The Waters lead it 4 points away from booking their ticket into the finals.
That was a good timeout by the Waters. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And she uses that angle off the court into the stands. Annalie was not able to reach that one, so they are serving on the 2.
7-5-2.
Yeah, this is a big opportunity for Catherine and Leia. If they can hold here, get the ball back.
Point.
It's not what they needed there.
No.
The Waters are going to love that. They'll take that all day long. That's a big hold for them. They're going to get the ball back at 5-8. See if they can string a couple points together and make winning the second game a little bit more manageable. Yeah. Annalie hit a nice dink there that didn't have too much pace on it, but it was dipping sort of down at the feet of Catherine. It's tough to get that ball back up.
Yes. It's not about, it's sometimes not about how hard you hit it, but making sure, you know, you hit your spots.
Sure.
Taking even a little bit of pace off. You catch the other team off guard sometimes.
Yeah, and that attack from Catherine, I think Lee read it right away. Slid into the middle on that forehand side. Oh, Lee screams. She wants that one back. It's perfectly set up, perfectly constructed point.
That's a great point.
What a lead. And a big fist bump from Leia Jansen. You'd love to see that energy.
She got pumped after that point. I mean,
Yes,
she was in total control of that point. The Waters were able to get back up to the kitchen line, but Leia and Catherine took it. Keeps them in the game.
Wow. It's a good lead. They played incredible defense, but Waters were too much. You know, I was talking earlier about St. Pete. You know, that's kind of my hometown pickleball group. I think it's so important as a player, whether you're an amateur, beginner, an expert, find a fun group that you can count on to consistently play, to lean on for advice. I think it's just so important, and again, a testament to just how inclusive the sport is. You know, I grew up in the Towson, Maryland area, about 45 minutes from here, played with a lot of dads and moms in the neighborhood, and they were so great. They taught me the game, they taught me the rules, made me feel a part of the group, and you know, it's just amazing.
I think that's the
how inclusive the sport is.
I think that's the cool thing about this sport is that obviously you want to play with people of your level or higher than you to get better, but you find people of all levels playing together.
Yep.
And everyone can have fun in this game.
Wow.
I mean, that's a great shot, and that just goes to show you how the Waters like to play, super aggressive, going for their shots, and making this a little bit more of a power game than most.
Yeah, Annalie stuck that 8-ball in the corner pocket, didn't she? It was a great shot.
Forces Leia and Catherine to take another timeout, because coming out of that timeout, the Waters have taken a lead in this game too. After winning game 1, they are up 9-5. Catherine and Leia are going to discuss what they need to do to get out of this timeout, get the ball back, and hopefully put some more points on the board.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Obviously, we talked a lot earlier about them dinking into the middle of the court. I think they're really going to have to buckle down here, have some discipline, be a little bit tighter on their shots. I'd like to see a few less attacks from them because I think, you know, obviously the Waters like to speed it up eventually, right? So can Leia and Catherine be the one to counter instead of speed it up? We've run the statistics on who gets more points, the team that speeds it up first or the team that counters first. Tends to be the team that speeds it up first, but I think that for the most part here, and again, it's about 50-50, but I think here, when you're down in this second game with the chance to book your ticket to the finals for women's pro doubles, you have to be a little bit tighter, a little more conservative here.
Yes. I mean, I'd really like to see them use that middle a little bit more. It showed in game 1 that got them some more points. And we'll see Catherine and Leia do a switch, but it didn't pay off for them.
Yeah, and Leia turned around and said that was out.
Easier said than done sometimes to let those balls go.
Yep.
Oh, and Annalie Waters and Lee Waters earn their spot in the gold medal match tomorrow for women's pro doubles. They will take on the winner of the match between Lucy Kovalova, Callie Smith, Jessie Irvin, and Irina Terashenko.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match. We're excited to bring the live action of that one to you guys. We'll be right back after a message from a couple of our sponsors. This is the PPA N2grate DC Open.
N2grate is a data center and cloud integration company creating end-to-end technology solutions that are optimized for adaptability and cost savings. We're an award-winning integrator of Cisco systems and NetApp. N2grate, one team, one vision.
At Baird, we offer a different, more holistic approach to wealth management. With your career, family, friends, and community, finding time for you and making sure your family's financial plans are on track can be a real challenge. At Baird, our financial advisors get it. We'll partner with you to create a unique financial plan and coordinate with your legal and tax advisors to bring it all together so you have more time for what matters most.
Welcome back to Center Court, everyone. Lee and Annalie have earned their spot in Championship Sunday tomorrow together. Guys, your opponents were leading by a significant margin in Game 1. I believe it was 8-2. How did you work your way back into Game 1?
I think the crowd played a huge part of it. Here we've just felt so supported in DC. So thank you guys. That's definitely one thing. I also think Leia and Catherine came out playing really well, and I think we were, kind of put it back, and we started playing a little too soft, so we had to, change our game plan and go back to playing aggressive, which is our game.
Well, the sun has snuck behind this building here. It's created some interesting shadows on court. Talk about how those play out into the game.
Yeah, when we started the match, the court was like half shaded, and we thought we were on the bad side. We thought we started on the bad side. By the time we switched, the court was almost completely shaded, and now we were on the bad side. So, so our strategy worked against us, but we just really told each other to focus on the ball, and I guess it paid off.
Well, Annalie, we know you're homeschooled. You have to do a lot of homework on the road. You've got DC just right next door. Are you going to make some time for a field trip, see the historical sites?
I did when I was younger. I don't think I'm going to have time this time, but when we were flying in, I got to see everything, and I was like, I think I've toured DC just by, flying into this airport. So,
wouldn't that get you extra credit, huh, Mom?
Right, I wish, but we're actually going to play a charity event this week, so we're going straight to Georgia for a very good cause. So,
all right, guys, congratulations. We'll see you guys compete tomorrow. We can't wait for that.
Our new EV rental
rental fleet is the absolute GOAT.
Nice. Speaking of goats, is that Tom Brady?
Yeah, he comes in to recharge, get software updates, you know.
Same time next week?
You got it.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's go.
On your six, ladies.
The world will get back on its feet. We'll help you stay on yours.
What's your secret? Oh, it's no secret. It's the expert help I got at Foot Solutions.
Make an appointment at footsolutions.com.
Are you looking for content? Are you looking to up your game by watching some of the best content in the game? Make sure to go over to the McGuffin Pickleball Club YouTube channel. You can check out educational videos. You can check out my vlogs with my family, or you can check out the McGuffin Show. Subscribe today to the McGuffin Pickleball Club.
Ready yet? Not yet, buddy.
Guys, welcome back to the PPA N2grate DC Open. We're here in College Park, Maryland, right outside the University of Maryland in Washington, D.C. We're excited to be bringing you guys this high-level men's semifinal matchup. This is pro men's doubles and pro women's doubles day. We've got a pro men's doubles semifinal match for you guys. It's Matt Wright and Riley Newman taking on Callan Dawson and Tyler Loon.
0-0-2. Point.
Giving a shout out to our referees, head referee Don Morgan and second referee Norman Klinkscales, doing a fantastic job.
Point.
Yeah, Matt and Riley are such a good team. I mean, they've been so difficult to beat. We'll see if they can continue that streak of winning.
2-0-2. Set out.
It's a good setup.
0-2-1.
Callan, a little bit of an unconventional player, holds the paddle almost like a ping pong paddle, grips it really up high where he's jamming his hand against the frame of the paddle.
Side out. Two, 0-1.
Oh, Tyler wanted to go for the Ernie. I mean, that is his specialty. He is the Ernie king.
He is, and he's got such a powerful lefty strike.
Second serve.
I swear that's Callan's paddle. That pop off the black ace is insane.
3-0-2. Side out.
Yeah, Callan uses that Pro Connects paddle. It's been so
0,
accustomed
3,
to
1.
seeing him use.
Ooh, Callan with a little shake and bake.
Yeah,
I like it.
That paddle suits his game perfectly. One of those players that short hops a lot of dinks versus letting them bounce.
Oh, Riley tried to go for the ATP. Missed it a little wide.
2, 3,
He's
1.
one that really holds his shots.
Point.
Yeah, it's good hands from Callan. I'd say he's a defensive player first and foremost.
3, 3, 1.
Oh, I do like that setup
Second
though.
serve.
Drive, Callan comes in. He's got a lot of pop off that paddle, so it's coming
3,
back
3,
fast.
2. Side out.
It's hard when you're not able to get that ball down low into the kitchen. It's hard to get up to that line and
3,
just
3, 1.
stuck back there playing defense the whole time. Nice shot by Callan,
Second
picking
serve.
his spot down the line, right on the hip of Matt Wright.
3, 3, 2. Point.
Yeah, and Tyler loves that backhand slice dink. He's so good at it, especially out of the air. Pay attention to that as this
4,
match
3,
goes
2.
on.
Oh, no one communicated there.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
they're
tough.
a team that plays together a lot,
Yep.
and they do know each other's games, but there still has to be some communication and talking to each other. There
5,
wasn't
3,
any
2.
there. Left the whole court wide open. I will tell you, I mean, Riley and Matt do not make it easy. They're super tall. They have a long reach at the kitchen.
Yep.
They're able to take a lot of balls out of the air and be aggressive and forcing Tyler and Callan to be stuck back at the baseline playing defense the whole time. That's a great drive by Matt Wright. Lands right inside the line there.
Yeah, he doesn't miss much, Shelby.
7, 3, 2.
Oh.
Point.
It's a nice disguise attack there from Riley, who a lot of people say has the fastest hands.
8, 3, 2.
Wow.
That's a great point. Transition from defense to offense, you really see that in pickleball a lot. Sometimes you're on offense, but you may not win that point. And that's tough.
9, 3, 2.
Yes, nice job by Callan.
Yeah,
catching
the only tough
Riley.
thing about cutting across and attacking is you're leaving your side exposed. So you've really got to make sure that you're putting a lot on that attack.
3-9-1.
Yes.
Callan was up to the task.
Oh!
Second serve.
Very smart to attack Callan's backhand side there.
3-9-2. Side out.
It's tough. You see a team, you know, who's super aggressive. They're super comfortable with each
9-3-1.
other. They're getting up to a quick 9-3 lead, but then not able to capitalize when you get that ball back. It's tough.
Yeah, and as we expected, Newman are right off to a fast start here in the first game of this men's pro doubles semifinal matchup.
10-3-1.
Look at the ups from Tyler.
He got up there. One thing, you know, this game has gone by kind of quick, actually.
10-3-2.
I'd like to see the other team use their timeouts. Oh, wow. That is a passing shot from Riley Newman to take game one against Tyler and Callan.
Yeah, who are not an easy opponent by any stretch of the imagination. Matt and Riley obviously happy with the way they've played. We'll be right back after a quick message at the PPA N2grate DC Open.
New People Pickleball.
Each shot has its own strategy. Each player, their own style. Whether you dink it, drive it, lob it, drop it, bang it, or spin it is entirely up to you. But we do keep score. We recognize the winners. Podiums are earned. If you want an edge, you best work for it. Electrum. Earn your edge.
Folks, welcome back to the PPA N2grate DC Open.
This is game 2.
This is the Professional Pickleball Association
0-0-2.
Pro Tour.
Oh, that's a great first point. You see Matt and Riley off to a quick start, though, of this match, taking game one, 11-3. I'd really like to see Callan and Tyler take their time. And if they get down again, use those timeouts because they don't go to waste. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, Callan's going to want that one back. Obviously, Matt and Riley, such an established duo. It's going to be hard to beat them. One thing these players do so well, I notice it from Matt especially, is how calm he is. He doesn't rush his way up to the kitchen line. He commits mentally to hit a couple drops.
Really taking their time.
Point.
It's a nice attack by Riley. Do you think that in the back of their heads, they're thinking about the Johns brothers and a potential final matchup?
I actually don't think so. I think they take it one match at a time. actually think that's what makes a great team is really being in the moment and being present there and playing that point that they're in 1 point at a time, not thinking about the future or after this match or the next day about what's to come. Oh, and that was either no communication, too much communication. I don't know what that was.
Something happened, but they were playing bumper cars with each other.
Yeah, that doesn't normally happen with them.
Wow.
You actually see these players do such a good job of really staying calm at the kitchen line, moving that ball around, and then waiting for the right opportunity to attack and taking advantage of that.
Yeah, they're very methodical, aren't they? All of these players are, and I mean, you have to be to play at this level.
0-5-1.
Oh, Callan is known as the lob doctor, but I'll tell you that did not work that time.
Yeah.
You're playing against a team who is extremely tall. Got to pick a better shot to do that on. Riley with the little hops. I think that's a little extra added distraction.
Yeah, I like to do that. Sometimes it just helps feel like you're getting the ball over the net.
It is. You're pushing it over. They got to take their time. I mean, all of them are doing a really good job dinking, keeping that ball low. I know you want to be the one to take advantage and speed up first, but you have to do it on the right shot.
Wow.
That's such a great attack by
So
Matt.
well
Really
disguised.
holds it on his, holds it on his paddle well. Caught Callan a little off guard there, I think.
7-0-1.
That's a nice reach in there from Tyler. Important to note that a lot of these players hold the paddle in sort of unconventional ways. We'll talk a little bit more about that. What an exchange. Certainly a lot of the avid pickleball fans out there probably know this, but for anyone maybe newer to the sport or that hasn't taken notice to how these players are holding their paddles.
Oh, Tyler is so happy he let that one go, because a couple he's let go before and they've landed in.
Yeah.
They've just needed to get that ball back and hoping that they can capitalize a couple points on their serve. That's a great finish.
Yeah.
Good setup by Callan, and Tyler was ready for the punch to finish that point.
Yeah, Tyler puts a lot of those away. He's got such a powerful lefty forehand.
1-8-1.
Riley with the pancake. He's got a really Western grip, but he's able to keep that paddle out in front of him and really then push that ball down at their feet.
Side out.
Maybe one or only the second lob he's attempted today.
Yeah.
Maybe the first. We're used to seeing more from him.
We are, but this team is tough. They're too tall. Yep, Callan with the punch and Tyler with the finish.
8-1-2. Point.
Tyler's going to scream at himself a little bit there. He usually doesn't miss a cross-court dink like that.
9-1-2. Point.
I'll tell you, Tyler and Callan really are a good team. They play a different style game than most, but
10-1-2.
Matt and Riley do not make things easy.
He yells out, they let it go. They're going to get a chance here to claw their way back into it. Matt's probably the only player on this court holding the paddle in what I would say a traditional manner. As we mentioned, Riley almost exclusively hits two-handed backhands with that pancake sort of flat shot. Tyler puts a finger up on the paddle face, and then Callan jams his hand against the frame of the paddle.
Oh, and Callan with the attack and lets that go wide, hoping to score a few more points and really get themselves back into this game as they're down 3-10 in
Yeah,
the
we'll
second
see
game.
how many points they can get on their first serve here.
Second serve.
Riley's waiting there. I mean, he's if you give him that high ball, he's not letting you get away with that.
3-10-2.
Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point. Good reach into the kitchen on that high ball from Tyler. Really able to take that ball and put a little power on it.
4-10-2. Side out.
That one hurts when you give the serve away.
Yeah, we always like to talk about respecting the net, missing high rather than low.
Always miss high. Oh, and that's a good exchange. I like it.
Yeah,
Quick
gutsy.
hands from all guys. Yes, it is gutsy on match point.
10-4-2.
Oh, yeah, Tyler was ready. He knew that that one was coming from Riley. He was ready, able to get that ball down low. And then now they get the serve back, hoping to claw a couple more points out of this game.
Second serve.
I like that exchange, though. I know Callan doesn't.
Yeah, it's solid playing from all players. The case of mine is Matt and Riley were too much there.
Side out.
It's a nice spot from Matt right down that line at Callan's backhand side.
Again, holding it on the paddle. Callan thinking he's going somewhere else. Oh, he was ready for that one this time. He said, nuh-uh.
Yep. Well, can they get another side out here, Shelby? They're fighting. There's no doubt about it.
They definitely are. They've held them 3 match points so far. Let's see if they can get a 4th and get the serve back. And they can. They did it.
Incredible point.
They did.
And such composure, too, by Callum and Tyler to stay in that point.
Stay
Despite
calm.
being moved all around the court, they did a
Staying
great
calm,
job to get the serve
communicating
back.
with each other, telling each other that they're there and the ball is still in play. Ooh.
Go, go, go.
The power. Tyler, I mean, when you give it to him on his forehand there, he tells you that's not going to work. I'm going to put that ball away. He really, really able to put a lot of power on that ball.
5-10-1.
Oh, little
Second serve.
miscommunication. It's hard sometimes when you have 2 forehands in the middle of that court,
Yep.
knowing who's going for that ball or whose ball that really is. Hoping they can score a couple more points after fighting off 4 match points. Tyler gets caught there again. Service back to Matt and Riley.
Yeah, Shelby, they've got 2 match points here. Can they close it out?
Who knows?
Wow, and there it is.
There it is. That is the match to hold their spot in the gold medal match tomorrow against the Johns brothers. We will see the Johns brothers taking on Riley Newman and Matt Wright.
Yeah, what a matchup that's going to be. Tyler and Callum put up a great fight, as you said. Phenomenal players. That's why they're here at the PPA Tour. That's why they're on the stage. That's why they made it so far. But playing a team like Riley and Matt, such great hand speed. They put the ball in such great spots, and it was too much for Callum and Tyler.
Yeah,
We're going to be right back after a quick message. The PPA N2grate DC Open.
Match point. It's all up to me. Nothing can get in my way. And when they ask, what are you gonna do next? I'll say, I'm going.
We're going to Margaritaville!
You can go to Margaritaville too. Visit MargaritavilleResorts.com.
Dropping a lot of money on sunglasses always seemed crazy to me. I'd wear them a few times, and then I'd lose them or break them. That's why we created Shady Rays. Polarized shades at a great price that you can try for 30 days risk-free. And even if you lose or break them, just let us know and we'll send you a free pair. Plus, every order helps fight hunger in America. And thanks to you, we're making a big impact. For 20% off your first order, go to ShadyRays.com now and use code TV20.
It's a gas card. Can always use gas.
Always.
But you have a...
Thank you.
Hey, do we need gas?
Nope.
How about now?
Still no.
Hey, remember Daddy's birthday's tomorrow.
A gas card. I could use this.
Evolve your journey beyond the pump in the first ever Tucson plug-in hybrid EV.
What are you guys doing?
We're getting our duper tattoos.
You know it changes every match, right?
Oh,
Duper, keeping tattoo removers in business by updating after every match. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
Can you change that 6 to an 8?
I sure can try.
Well, everyone, thanks for joining us here on Center Court. Riley Newman, Matt Wright have punched their ticket to championship Sunday tomorrow. Guys, you've played this team time and time again. Sometimes that can lead to taking them a little bit for granted in that match. How do you make sure you're dialed in and focused every point?
Yeah, we know that Callan and Tyler are both very athletic, very explosive, a lot of power. So we've learned the hard way a couple times and found ourselves in very tight matches. So we tried to get off to a really good lead today, and we did. We executed that. It got a little uncomfortable there at the end. You could see how explosive they can be just in that little 5 to 10 minute run. But I thought we stayed focused and played a relatively clean match.
Well, Riley, you're known for your personality, your showmanship. You were playing catch with some of the fans earlier today. You're always one to banter back and forth. Talk about the infectious nature, the fun nature of pickleball as a sport.
Yeah, pickleball is great for the community aspect, interacting with fans. Actually, before this match, I went over to the University of Maryland and hanged out with some of the crew over there, tailgating and getting ready for their football game today. But I just love interacting with people and just try to bring that energy every match.
Guys, you're going to face Johns & Johns tomorrow in the final. Again, you beat them in a 5-game heartbreaker in Vegas not long ago. Do you feel like you figured them out?
I wouldn't say we figured them out. In a match like that, it comes down to execution. We both have our very clear game plans. You know, we'll find out if anyone deviates too much from that. It's been fun to just see the teams tweak things throughout the year. The strategy adjustments have been really cool. So, yeah, I would expect it to come down to execution in a match like this.
Well, we love the rivalry that has cropped up between those two teams. We can't wait to watch you guys compete during that match. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back with the women's semifinal.
How do you get what you want? Eric Weimer, blind man, wanted to climb Mount Everest. My man crazy, but he believed it was possible.
We're gonna do it.
And because he believed, he became the first blind person ever to stand on top of the world. Guaranteed Rate believes in your dreams. That's why we treat everyone like we treat our own family and work extra hard to get you the lowest low rate possible. Because if you believe, you will.
N2grate is a data center and cloud integration company, providing peak performance with adaptability and cost savings. N2grate is a 5-time Inc. Growth Award winner. To learn more, go to N2grate.com. N2grate, one team, one vision.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the PPA N2grate DC Open, live from JTCC Tennis Center in College Park, Maryland. We're right down the street from the University of Maryland and right outside historic Washington, D.C. And we've got quite the matchup to bring you guys today. This is Clark Benassi alongside my co-commentator Shelby Bates. And Shelby, we've got quite the matchup. Irina Terashenko and Jessie Irvin taking on Lucy Kovalova and Callie Jo Smith. It's going to be a great matchup. We already saw a great first semifinal. This gives one of these teams an opportunity to play the Waters.
Tomorrow in the gold medal match, here we go, Lucy Kovalova to start game 1. I mean, that's how you start.
Yeah, that's a great
how you start
attack.
a game.
Yeah, she reminds me of a shortstop. She gets so low, Callie. She's so athletic. Nice heads-up playing there by Irina.
Side out.
I have a feeling this is going to be a close match.
0-1-1.
I mean, Callie really does such a good job of, like you said, staying low at the kitchen, and really, when she's able to get that ball, take it out of the air, put the pressure on the other team.
Side out.
That dink came a little short there from Irina.
1-0-1.
That's a nice attack from Callie. She's going straight on to Jessie. Of course, Jessie, we know, has that monster forehand, so she's going to have to be careful. But
2-0-1.
Wynn picked up a little bit, able to carry that ball out wide for Irina and Jessie, hoping to get the ball on their side.
Unbelievable hands.
I mean, it's incredible how Callie is able to get that ball below the net and really roll that ball up.
Sure.
You're correct.
Sometimes it can be a little sketchy, but she is one that has mastered that shot,
3-0-2.
able to catch her opponents off guard.
Yeah, tried the straight-on attack again. Jessie was a little bit more ready for it.
Zero, 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. And you really, as Irina and Jessie, have to take their time and really hit their shots. They were on offense, and then Lucy and Callie were able to get back up to the kitchen line, but they were able to stay in control and win that point, get the serve back, get a couple points here.
Just missed it, it looked like.
Point.
It's going to be a point to Jessie and Irina.
2-3-1.
we cannot see that from up here in the booth. Irina and Jesse did not like that call. They got that ball right through the middle, but
Nah, they didn't like the call. I think Irina maybe asked a fan if they saw it.
yeah, fan said no.
Confirmed it was out. Yeah, it's a nice spot from Lucy down at the feet.
Yeah, down at the feet, right through the middle.
Yep.
Always, I think the middle is a really good spot to hit, making your opponents have to question whose ball it is.
Point.
And we've got 4-2 Kovalova and Smith leading in game 1 here in a best of 3 to book their ticket to the championship Sunday tomorrow. Yeah, Irina slid over, as she should have, just miscalculated that attack a little bit, or that counter attack rather.
5-2-1.
Yeah, she's able to capitalize on that one, taking that ball in the air. Lucy set a little too high for her.
Point.
Such a high-level point there.
It is. Jesse calling a timeout as they get down into a 6-2 lead by Kovalova and Smith.
Yeah, I like the timeout. Like you were saying earlier, we saw a couple teams maybe hold on to their timeouts a little bit too long. I like to opt to take the timeout earlier rather than later before things can get away from you.
Yes, I mean, these timeouts, like we've said before, you can't save them.
No.
Don't waste them. You got to use them. They're there for a reason, for you to, sometimes get yourselves out of trouble.
Sure.
Really talk to your partner and try and figure out a different game plan, because the game plan that you're maybe using right now is not working.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see Irina and Jesse try and switch things up a little bit, move that ball around a little bit more, and give themselves a better opportunity to set the point up and capitalize on some points.
Sure, and pretty wild that not only do one of these teams have to beat the other in such a high-level matchup, then you got to go ahead and play Anna Leigh and Lee Waters.
Yeah, that's
tomorrow.
tough, but I know these ladies are all ready for it, and that's where they all want to be. Yeah, that's a good setup by Callie. She's really keeping Irina on her toes, hitting that outside corner and then opening up that middle, giving herself that time to attack that ball. Oh, yeah. I like that switch by Jesse and Irina.
Yeah,
because
I do
now
too.
Callie is not able, if her game plan was to dig cross court with Irina, well, now if Irina's straight ahead, that's not going to work. I think, did she plan that?
Unreal sequence of events.
I don't think she planned that one.
No.
I don't think she wanted to happen that way.
No, not at all. Missed the ball. And
but it worked.
Stuck with it.
But then she missed. Like, sometimes that happens. You get all the hard ones, and then you miss the easy one.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that hurt the most. Yeah.
Point.
I think I like that setup a little better. Irina on the right, Jesse on the left.
3-7-2.
that's a good point. I just want to take a quick timeout and a shout out to our referees for this semifinal matchup. Wayne Anderson and Norman Clinkscales. We appreciate the difficult job that you guys have to do. But couldn't be here without you all.
Yeah, oh, she's got to hit that one. But I do, like I keep saying, I like that setup a little better. Callie can dink cross court all day, that backhand slice.
Sure.
Cross court dink, she really does a good job at it. But if she's going to dink with Jessie, Jessie can stay at that point just as long. Yeah.
Yeah, Jessie doesn't look too happy right now. I mean, obviously they're down in this first game, but they've done a good job of keeping Callie and Lucy honest. They're working their way, trying to work their way at least back into this first opening game. They've got the serve now.
Hopefully they can get a couple points, get themselves back to a tie. I know that's where they'd like to be.
Foot fault.
Oh, foot fault by our referee, Norman, calling Callie on the kitchen line. Jessie said, I'm not going to lose that point. If you give me that high ball, I'm going to put it away, and that's what she did. You saw a great earning by Callie, a defense by Irina.
Yeah.
Kept that point exciting.
Wow, well, that ball just seemed to sit on top of the net cord. Wasn't sure which way it was going to roll. It's going to be second serve for Jessie and Irina at 5-8-2. Yeah, that's a good spot. Well, they're within two now, Shelby. It's getting a little bit tenser in here.
Yes. You know, the interesting thing about pickleball is when you play with a partner, you guys decide, okay, who's going to start on what side. But it's not always, it doesn't always have to stay that way, because depending on who you're playing and what matchup is in front of you, you might have to switch that. Wow.
And a big screen from Jessie.
She is excited on that one. That's a huge point.
Yeah, Lucy tried to lob it up. I thought it was actually going to trickle into the back of the court, but Jessie got big, hit a nasty forehand. Says, try to lob me, I dare you.
I think that's what makes also, you know, picking a good partner and being a good partner to who you're playing with is being able to change when things are not working. That's a good setup, though. But Jessie was on it, but we'll see. Can Irina and Jessie keep it this way and gain a couple more points after going down a big lead in the early game? That one hurts.
Side out.
I know, go for it. See you, have fun.
8-6-1.
Jessie does a really good job of staying so calm at the kitchen line.
Yeah.
Sometimes she almost looks effortless.
Very poised under pressure.
Yes.
Wow, that ball took a weird hop off the net. Jessie sort of had to back up quickly, adjusted so well.
6-8-1. Second serve.
A lot of power from Callie there. It's going to be 6-8-2. Irina and Jessie serving.
6-8-2.
Oh, that was interesting.
Wow. Heads up play by Callie.
No, she was out of the court completely.
The referee confirms with Irina that wasn't a foot fault. Wasn't a fault of any kind. Callie, heads up play by her to stay standing outside of the court to legally hit that shot out of the air. Yeah, I mean, talk about turning defense into offense. Lucy and Callie did such a great job. It's going to be a timeout from Irina and Jessie. And Lucy and Callie Smith, such a high-level team, are up 9-6 in game one of this second women's pro doubles semifinal with a chance to play the Waters. We'll be right back after this short message.
Johns?
What do we got, Prento?
Another one.
Shame. Third one this week. Any suspects?
Not yet. We'll send these to the lab.
All right. Let's take a look.
What do you think?
Bring me the jigsaw.
Pickleball fans, welcome back to College Park, Maryland. Right down the road from the University of Maryland at College Park. And this is the PPA Tour. We're bringing to you guys live action of the women's pro doubles semifinal matchup between Jessie Urban and Tara Schenker taking on Lucy Kovalova and Callie Jo Smith. The winner of this match will take on the Waters tomorrow. Not an easy task at all.
10-6-1.
But what a match this has been so far.
Oh! Misses out a little bit long, and that will give game one to Callie Smith and Lucy Kovalova. So we'll see if
Yeah, a great show of display by Lucy and Callie. I mean, they stayed pretty strong. Again, Lucy Kovalova, quick look at her. 30 years old, she's out of the Wichita, Kansas area. She's been a pro since 2016 with 19 PPA titles, 5'11". She's using that Onyx paddle that she has become so accustomed to beating so many players with. And I mean, talk about pop and power that comes off the face of her paddle. She is so strong, does such a good job of getting back into points that you would think she would lose. Just a phenomenal player, a great example of how someone that takes the sport so seriously can be so good. But I mean, man, I'd love to have her as a partner. I know you would too.
Oh yeah, I would. And I had the opportunity to play her today. And let me tell you, she didn't give me any freebies.
Time in.
I can imagine. Shelby.
0-0-2.
Oh, no! That is, I mean, phenomenal play by both teams. Again, like we keep saying, being able to transition from defense to offense. Jesse's power is amazing, but some great gets.
Unlucky from Lucy there.
For sure.
That's going to go for the drive that just falls into the net. Lucy and Callie took game 1 11-6. Can they close it out in 2? Book a ticket to Championship Sunday. Or Jesse and Irina send this to a 3rd.
Point.
Jesse tried to backhand roll that volley and it just came up a little bit short, clipped the tape.
1-1-1.
No! Sometimes it's a little tough to get out of the way when that ball comes right at you. You're like stunned, and hopefully you get your paddle on it. Callie got her paddle on it, but she wasn't able to put it back down in the court.
Yep. Wow, she went full attack mode there. I think every one of those shots was hit with pace.
Except that last one.
Yeah.
She took a little bit of it off.
She did.
And it allowed it. That's what made it stay in the court. But when it was sitting high, the other two thought it was flying out. I want to give a lot of credit to some of these ladies, though, being able to hit the ball hard, but then also able to slow it down in the same point. And I'll tell you, as a new up-and-coming pro player myself, sometimes that's hard, but that's what makes you really get to the next level.
Second serve.
That ball from Irina is going to sail out. Got a second serve for Jesse and Irina.
1-2-2.
Jessie called Irina off that one. She couldn't get her paddle out of the way. And Jessie is very happy that Lucy missed that shot.
Insane point. And in these matches, every single point means so much.
2-2-2.
Absolutely, especially when you're battling at this high level. Ball took a funky spin off the net. Jessie did a great job of staying in that point, getting balls back in play.
Yeah.
A little unlucky on that last point.
Yeah, I thought she was going to reset that into the kitchen. They did such a good job of playing defense.
Yes.
Saw an opportunity there to work their way back into the kitchen line.
Jessie thought she had that. Lucy was, or Callie, excuse me, was able to get back.
Yeah, missed it by about 3-4 inches, if that.
Yes.
3, 2, 1. Point.
I'd like to see a little bit more footwork there on that ball. I mean, it's kind of just sitting up high for her. I think she could have had it had she taken one more step.
Sure.
Jessie telling Irina, get out of my way, let me take that ball.
Yeah. Hey, good to see Lucy and Callie laughing. They're having a good time out there.
4-2-2.
And they're up 4-2-2.
Yeah, if that ball sits up high, Lucy has such a big reach at the kitchen, able to really attack that ball and be aggressive. But this is a smart timeout by Irina and Jessie as they are down. I want to say 5 or 6-2. I think 6-2. They just need to regroup.
They do. It's a good timeout, as you said. It's smart. I mean, you want to stop the momentum as quickly as possible. You know, they're already down a game, and they're down now. You know, trailing in this second game. They want to make sure they can do whatever they can to claw their way back, and that means using your timeouts. We talk about it a lot, and, you know, we'll just, again, highlight the importance of using what's given to you. I mean, why not use them? You know, Jessie and Irina certainly have the skill to send this to a third. The only issue is Lucy and Callie are pretty darn good.
Yes.
So,
and they're not going to back down.
No, they're not. So it's going to take something really special to send this to a third. I certainly think they can do it, but they're serving at 5-2-2, Lucy and Callie.
That's a good move. Jessie kept that ball in the middle.
Yep.
And then obviously hoping that Callie would give them something. Irina slid over with Jessie. We talk about that, a good partnership. If one partner goes out wide, the other sliding over.
We'll replay that point.
Replay that point as a let on the first serve. We don't play lets here on the PPA tour.
Second serve.
Comes up a little short from Jessie. One of the things I notice this high-level pickleball is how methodical all these players are. They hit every shot, whether that's a dink or a drive, with such a purpose.
Yeah, that's a good speed up by Irina, and then ready for the counter because Lucy got, Callie got that ball back.
Point.
But Irina was ready for the 1-2 punch because sometimes it's not always the first ball that finishes it. Almost never, actually. Oh, she misses it a little wide there. I like to see them get that ball low, get up to the kitchen line.
5-3-1.
Jessie just did a good job there of not putting too much on the ball. Obviously not wanting to hit the ball into the net, of course, but doing enough to just roll it over, keep it down at the feet of their opponents. Wow.
I mean, you see it in that point too. It's not always about how hard you can hit that ball.
Nope.
Sometimes taking a little pace off confuses your opponents, and then hitting the spot that you need to hit. Lucy hit a nice drop shot there, though.
Yeah, it's exceptional touch from Lucy.
Side
I think Irina kind of, made Callie think a little bit.
Yeah, another thing that I think a lot of people don't talk about is movement and how it can affect your opponent. Not even hitting the ball, not even being in the right spot, but sometimes just moving your feet, creating a little bit of chaos in the opponent's minds.
Yeah, putting a little bit of pressure, even if you're not hitting the ball. Oh, wow, with the inside out little drop shot from Callie Smith.
That's too good for
That's
her.
impressive.
She gives a fist bump and a yeah to the crowd.
Side out.
It's going to be a side out here. Serve will go back to Lucy and Callie Jo. Smith.
6-3-1.
Jesse Urban and Irina trying to claw their way back in the second game.
Second serve.
Oh, Lucy misses a little long.
6-3-2.
Irina and Jesse will happily take that. Callie tries to speed it up. Irina was ready, but Callie misses that one in the net. Jesse and Irina get the serve back, hoping to score a couple points here in the second game after losing
3-6-1.
their first game in the semifinal match.
Second serve.
Irina pissed at herself, hand over face for missing that shot in the net as it sat up there high for her.
It was a good idea on the Ernie, just
A little aggressive, a
got
little too aggressive.
too much of the ball there.
Yeah.
4-6-2.
Misses it short. They really got to get that ball over the net at a time like this, but I know Irina and Jesse know that.
6-4-1.
This is such a great example of how athletic these players are and how much athleticism can translate to being successful on the court.
7-4-1.
I mean, Callie loves that shot. She throws up a huge fist bump as she hits that Ernie. That is, she loves to put the pressure on, keep that dink in front of her. Irina and Jesse will take another timeout.
Yeah, Irina doesn't look too happy.
No.
She's pretty disgusted with herself. Tosses the paddle down. We'll be right back in a little bit. This is the Women's Pro Doubles semifinal with an opportunity to play the Waters in Championship Sunday. We'll be right back from the N2grate PPA DC Open. Guys and girls, welcome back to the PPA N2grate DC Open, live from College Park, Maryland.
mean, that's just too good from Callie and Lucy, but Jessie's got one of the best ATPs in the game. Lucy gets it back. Irina did such a good job, though, of sliding with her partner, covering.
Yep.
Lucy just came up with a better shot and found the open court.
Yeah, it was so good from Lucy there to knock the ball to the open space.
9-4-1.
Ooh.
It's going to fall in.
I mean, from all players, that was such a good point. Some of the shots they hit, moving those players around, being aggressive, but then countering that ball back in play.
Unbelievable hands.
That is why they are some of the best players in the world here.
And such a huge point, too, to get the serve back. They're leading 9-4 in Game 2. This is the women's pro doubles semifinal matchup with an opportunity to play Anna Lee Waters and Lee Waters on Sunday in the championship.
That's a great point. Kelly comes up just a little short on that ball.
Yeah, the firefight goes the way of Jessie and Irina. Can they hold one more match point?
That's a way to stay patient. Lucy, Callie actually just kind of moved herself into that ball. Irina did a nice job of putting it right at her, and not too hard either. Wow, I mean, that's a great reach-in by Irina, and Jessie with the one-handed backhand flick to get that ball down.
Point.
Not to mention Jessie reset one of those balls when they were on the defensive to get them back into that kitchen line. So calm under pressure.
5-10-1.
She really does. Impressive. Oh, and she misses it just wide. She had the open court.
That's such a good idea from her. She's rolling her eyes at herself, knowing she had that. I just miscalculated a tiny bit. We've got 5-10-2. That's a nice little speed up, and they're clawing their way back into this, putting some scoreboard pressure on Lucy and Callie, which I'd love to see. Even just 1 or 2 points. That's such a deep return. You know, I talk to beginners about hitting your serve and your return deep.
Yes.
Just goes to show how much of an advantage that can give you for the rest of the point.
Yes, it really sets you up. It also puts your opponent at a little bit of a defensive shot then.
Jessie tried to go for the attack at about the mid-court level. That's a tough attack to hit. And Lucy Kovalova and Callie Jo Smith are going to be moving on to the Women's Pro Doubles Championship match tomorrow against Anna Lee Waters and Lee Waters. I'm Clark Benassi alongside Shelby Bates, and it was a pleasure being able to bring you guys this live action. I mean, Shelby, it was such great pickleball all day long. So many points where teams went from offense to defense, back and forth, resets, firefights, fast hands, slow, soft hands. This is why these players are here. It's why they're playing on the stage. And it's great for pickleball that we were able to bring the Pro Tour to the Delaware, Maryland, Virginia, D.C. area, because there really aren't that many high-level tournaments in this space. And I think it's helping to grow the game a lot.
Yeah, and it just shows, I mean, how amazing these players are. But we will catch you later. This is Shelby Bates and Clark Benassi. Thank you, guys.
Take care, guys.
We owe great times to good friends, to the glasses that spark conversation, to the ideas that then pour out. Ours came from a night like that, and somehow survived the morning after, to make our own tequila. It wasn't meant to leave our house, but since we made this for friends, we thought it wouldn't hurt to make a few more. Grab a glass, amigo. Our tequila is your tequila. Our casa is your casa.
I'm gonna say she's a solid 3.5.
Nah, she's definitely a 2.5.
Guys, look at that forehand. She's clearly a 3.0.
Guys, come on. I'm at least a 4.0.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ratings don't have to be hard. Duper, optimized for accuracy, optimized for fun. Download the app and claim your free profile today.
Welcome back to Center Court, everyone. Lucy Kovalova, Callie Smith are headed to Championship Sunday tomorrow. And guys, you blazed through that one in just 2 games. You looked so clean, so disciplined out there. How did you pull this off?
Well, it's really nice when you have such a wonderful, positive partner. I can't do it without Lucy. So it was really fun. I mean, every match, I think Jessie and Irina are great players. Everyone here is a great player, so you have to just focus, and it's all about execution at this point, at this part of the game. And I felt like we did a great job executing, but you always have to fight hard against such great players.
Well, Lucy, it was an odd twist to have to come out of the mixed doubles final and straight back into the women's draw. How do you mentally reset after that and come out here still smiling through every point?
Well, actually, it was in our advantage because I had an extra match during the day and Callie had a break. So it was more difficult, I think, for her to like re-warm up again. And then I think like that was a great mixed match. And then now it's another match, and we are happy to be in the finals.
All right, and Callie, you chose to take singles off earlier in the week in this tournament. Does that help you refocus on doubles to a greater extent and perform better?
Honestly, I feel like I have way more energy. So it's actually probably better that I didn't, because now we're in the finals. So maybe I need to do that more often. Who knows?
No, don't leave singles.
No, I won't. Singles is great. But I just want to thank everybody, my sponsors, Onyx, Optivita Health, and my coaches, and my husband and family, and Lucy and Matt are now part of our family. So it's fun to have great supporters and great partners behind you.
All right, guys, we love you. We can't wait to watch you compete tomorrow against the Waters. And with that, that is all from us here, but we have all the finals to bring you tomorrow. Don't miss a minute.
And Aloe MD. Sorry, you're a new sponsor. I really love your stuff, actually. If you haven't tried it, you have to try it out.
Just win tomorrow, and then you can do that shout out again, and then they definitely won't be mad. All right, guys, thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate each and every one of you.